What's up, guys? This is TDH. Today we're going to be talking about our second show that we ever threw. Complete failure. Nah, it was our worst show, though. A lot of bad things happened. We're just going to dive right into it. Planning, all that shit. You know what I mean?
The show was shut down. The show was shut the fuck down. So, we came off of our first show. We threw our first show at the Legacy Room and Radio Base, and it went up. It was super dope. I don't know how many people were there. How many people were there? Like 30?
You're like 60.
You think like 60? Like 60 people.
Total, yeah.
60 people were there. And once the show was done, we're on the high. We're like, yo, we can make the next one even bigger. I think that venue we did, it was a capacity of like
300 people. For
the next one, it was called The Box. And if any of you guys are familiar with The Box, it's in downtown Riverside.
It's a performing arts venue. So they do like, plays there and shit.
They do like acts. And we were going to be the first time, I think, that they did a rap show, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It was the first time.
They were on Yelp or something. I don't know.
And we just called them up?
Yeah, just called them.
Like, how do we get in contact with somebody to book the venue? Okay, here's the number. And it ended up being some old white lady. And fuck this lady.
Oh my god.
This lady is the
worst venue person we've ever talked to.
It's not rules in the game of this shit. Just it's super hard to book city buildings that have no owner. I don't know if I'll do that. That's just not a good. They're pretty strict on time. They're not in it for money because they only get paid hourly. So they can care less what the fuck goes on at your venue. And that's just facts. So we get in contact with her and we go and see the venue. And it was like it's a huge venue. It fits like 300 people. And it had a stage.
But it's all seated.
And it's all seated.
All the seats, you can't move them. Well, you can move them, but they didn't let us move them.
Yeah. We looked at it when we went inside. And we saw there was a bunch of chairs they had set up. And we were like, yeah, let's try to move these chairs. And I'll put up clips of the venue. We actually went and took videos of the venue. It was nice. Let me just say what it was. It had backstages, 2 big room dressing backstages, a whole hallway. They had a backdoor entrance with like stairs going all the way up into the dressing rooms. Like it was
they
like
had a stage, projectors.
Yeah, like
big ass lights.
Big ass lights, like rotating head. It was like a crazy venue. It was dope. They even had a whole catwalk. If you had a media team.
All around the top.
You could have you could have the catwalk with all your media team like shooting down below. It was a crazy venue, but it was seated.
And it wasn't too pricey either.
It wasn't bad. How much was it?
I think it was like 700.
It was like more because remember we had to pay for their hourly rates.
No, but
For the venue price on this venue, The Box, it was a good price, but they have these little fees and extra shit that they throw in there to get you, and it didn't work out.
Yeah, it added up big time.
It added up big time. You're paying for everybody's hourly rates in there. That's what I mean. It's choosing a venue is crucial when you're throwing shows. We try to tell her to move the chairs. Doesn't work.
That shit was a hassle.
We don't want people sitting down at our show. There was a lot of chairs there, but there was tons of chairs. We were like, we need to move these chairs. And she wasn't having it. She just said, kind of.
Whenever someone has a venue and you want to do certain things and they're not down, you can always try to fucking move around it. But sometimes they just don't give a shit and they're like, nah, this is just the way it is.
The chairs, they were on these steps, these stair platforms. And she said that if we took them off, it'd be like a safety hazard. So people would fall, she said. We'll put signs up. We'll do something to make it so that way it's more safer. But we said, whatever, we'll make it work. Because it was a nice venue. So we were like, boom, let's just book it. We brought everybody through. And next thing we had to do is get the lineup going. We already worked with Radio Base. If you guys don't know who Radio Base is, his main song that everyone is really on right now, Bless the Bottle. He's a super poppin' artist out here in the IE. We got him the first time. We were gonna get him back to back.
It was lit the first time, so we were like, yeah, let's get him one more time.
We were like, cool. Yo, the first time this worked.
Let's just try and do it bigger,
Let's do it bigger.
Our biggest mistake was acting just by getting a bigger venue that it was just gonna fill up. It takes a lot more than that.
It takes a lot more than just getting a big venue to make it fill up. It takes a lot more than getting a big artist and a big venue to make it fill up.
You gotta grow at your pace. You don't just force it.
We booked him. He's super cool. He was gonna provide a whole lot more on this show for us too. He was gonna bring his whole squad out. He said make it like a party. We were like, okay. As we were talking on how we were going to make this show happen and make it better than the last one. He was just with it. And we were like, wow, so if he's going to help us out like that, like we could probably really make this happen. Like really, really big. Love talking to the dude. Yeah, after we got the bookings, we booked, how many artists did we get undercards?
I think we got 5 or 6.
We got like 5 or 6 artists. It was like 7
It was tough.
total.
We had to charge a lot because of all the expenses. It was crazy.
Man. We had artists like Soul Detox, Jade the Great. If you guys know DJ THUCH, his brother was on the lineup too. He actually ended up hosting for that event for a little bit too. So we got all of our artists together. These are all guys that we worked with before, and they were like, yeah, we'll definitely now do this, especially if we're gonna open up radio base. I mean, some of them were hating on the nigga, but I mean, it is what it is. After the artists, the flyers, we did a mean promo for this show. We went like for a whole month, every single weekend, Friday through Sunday, even during the week. Yeah. We hit every high school in the vicinity. We hit every bar, every nightclub, from Wednesdays to the Branding Iron. And
it was just us. It was just us 3, and
we just put up
our own street team.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
we made our own street team, and we bought like 10,000 flyers, I think.
Yeah.
We went to the malls, all the malls in the area. We were going to every car, putting them on every car.
Every fucking car.
Yeah.
We were throwing them all over the floor so people would just walk by and see it.
If you go to downtown Riverside, there's all the bars like Pixels, AV. We went to all those bars and we just tossed like tons of them on the floor. Actually, you know what? People actually ended up finding them. Yeah. There's people who post on Instagram like, hey, I don't know whose flyer this is, but this is a cool photo. I took up the flyer on the floor. Some of the people in the parking structures were even like, what are you guys doing? Like, we're just passing out flyers. Like, for what show? Like, oh, I know who that is. We went to every high school corner and
taped the shit on the big ass poles.
We taped flyers from the top of the pole to the bottom. You couldn't even see the pole no more. You could only see our flyers on the pole. It'd be raining on some of those weekends. I think it was around like April showers.
So the tape wasn't even sticking.
So yeah, we were just hustling with these flyers every single weekend throughout the week. Whatever nightclubs and bars were popping, like. We went all out for this one. Like, yo, let's make media go really up this time. Let's bring like a lot of content. So we hired 3 media people. Like we hired one guy who was just by himself. We hired 2 guys who were a team, and they were going to do interviews in the back, in the dressing rooms. They were like, we want to come at your show and do interviews in the back. Cool, let's get that going. Paid him, camera guy. And
one photographer. We have one photographer we hired separately.
Yeah, we hired separately to bring on as well, so we can get a lot of content. And a lot of the artists brought on their own too. So we had like a lot of people there who were doing media. It was a lot of them. It was cool.
All the media pretty much was lost from the whole shit. All the media people didn't have no fucking media.
We hear after it gets shut down. Hey, but not to get to the crunch too soon. THUCH. This is, if you guys know DJ THUCH, he's been our DJ for like a cool minute. He's part of the brand. This is our first show we did with DJ THUCH. He was on our second show, and I remember I seen him on the Instagram. I was looking for a DJ at that time. We didn't have a DJ. We used one for the last one, but we didn't want to use that one again. We wanted to use somebody else and build somebody else up. So I just started going in the gram. I searched up, and if you guys don't know, little magnifying glass on the Instagram page so you can search. I just typed in the hashtag DJ. I tried to find the locations, these posts that were near and that had a DJ. So if you're posting, you're a rapper or an artist, put a location. People need to know that. That'll help you get found more. I saw a post of him, he did, and he was DJing in a garage. I don't know if it was his garage or whatever the case was. He had 2 speakers set up, and he was just DJing by himself. And I seen him, and I see him jamming out. Like, it was one of the best videos I've seen of a DJ. He just seemed lit. He just seemed like he'd be a good DJ just because he was getting into what he was doing. I seen him by himself, like, doing his little DJ turn shit. He's like leaning back and forth and bouncing by him in a garage. In a fucking garage by himself. It's not even good. It's not even a good quality video, but I hit up like 3 to be honest. And he didn't reach out to me till like last. He didn't reach out to me for a minute. And then he said he was doing some quinceañera event. So I was like, hey, can we have you book this one? And there's going to be artists. Can you take care of their music and have them, perform in a certain time set? He said, for sure, I can get that done. Made a deal, got THUCH on the squad. And ever since it was a wrap. First time working with him, first time working with the media team. After the DJ, we got locked in. Every show needs security, man. We actually hit up a bunch of security we posted on, if you guys don't know Indeed, when you're looking for jobs and shit. But Indeed, Monster, like Snag a Job, even on Craigslist, we were posting up security jobs because we were trying to get, plenty of security. A lot of people reach out through those kind of places, and we interviewed them. We actually went out, so we drove to a Starbucks and interviewed each security that reached back out to us. And some of those interviews were like cool. Some of those were not cool. Some of them are nervous, but it's just like, it's just like any other normal thing. And then we just kind of talked, hit him with certain questions. Even all that security work we had, like, I think, like, how many did we have try to show up for us? Like 4 or 5, but only like 2 showed up.
Yeah, none showed up from the interviews. No, one did. One did.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think one did, and it was the dude was actually
he was really good. Yeah.
Hey man, I don't know what happened to him because he never hit his back, and he's always been lagging. I don't know what happened to him, but he was cool. He saved a lot of big pieces of the show.
We only got 2 security the whole thing. It was that guy, the good one, and then it was some other guy that came in like nervous as fuck.
This guy wasn't ready.
He'd never done it before. He was coming in sweaty palms, like wide-eyed, like he was scared as fuck.
He was not ready. He wasn't ready. Security, trying to get a team of security.
That was funny.
You have 2 options getting security. You can go get them on your own. You pay them hourly rates. You'll be lucky if you find a good one. Or you go with an agency. They're going to charge you up the ass, though. They charge you like $30 to $50 an hour for one security because you have to pay for the hourly rates of the security and the hourly rate for the agency giving you the security. That's not too easy, but we got to connect on that, so we're solid on that one. You guys all know it's a city building. Yo, this is going to be a radio-based show. It's Bless the Bottle. We need to have drinks here. Since it's a city building, lady tells us you can't have drinks because it's a city building unless you have...
You need a few different ones.
You need a few different ones.
Especially for a building that doesn't usually sell drinks, so it changes everything. And then we were like, okay, how are we going to sell drinks? We were trying to find every way around it, It just makes a show a lot better, you know what I mean?
Hey, when you have drinks, it gets people more relaxed. It gets them more turned.
We're willing to listen.
Right now.
Yeah, we're right now.
So we go out of our way, and we go try to get these permits. And it turns out the permits were not as easy as we thought to get. Some of them cost, like, tons of money.
Everything we had to pay for was already too high, so we're like... For us to do drinks,
Expenses
it's almost
up.
impossible because catering is like real expensive. We had no chance really to sell drinks, so we were like, all right, we're gonna have to go under the table for sure.
We tried to do catering, we hit up a few places, but like you said, it's too expensive, man. I think you can still get a piece of it though, right? But they like charge you like $1,000 just to pull up.
You're not allowed to get a piece of it, but you can try to do like a wristband. Like,
there's a ways around the business. There's no way we can make that work because then we'll lose. Actually, so what we ended up doing,
big ass Hennessy.
We went to Costco. We got a bunch of bottles. We only left them in the dressing room, in the backstage rooms for the artists. We allowed their people to go in for radio base. We left a bunch of bottles back there, like big ass, and we didn't get no cheap bottles. We got Hennessy,
big ass Hennessy bottles,
tequilas, also huge things out. We spent a ton of money
and there was no alcohol allowed in the venue at all.
It's not why we got shut down though. But hey,
we had them in the restroom. People were in the restroom taking shots. Like the whole backstage was lit.
And we did risk it. Now smoking, a lot of the artists love to smoke. She wasn't having that either. It's a city building, like I said. But hey, we already going under the table with drinks, right? Fuck it. Hey, we went on with that one. Day of the show comes, and we're about to head to the show. It was one of the most quietest car rides that we've ever had going to a show. And there's a lot on the line right now. Yeah. It's pretty risky. These guys are in the front, and I'm in the back seat. I get a phone call on the way to the show. I answer it, and guess who it is? It's DJ THUCH. He goes, hey, just to let you know, man, I'm not going to be able to make it, dude. I just looked at the floor and I was like, what? Like with a shaky voice.
You started busting up, dude. You just had a maniacal fucking hysterical laugh.
Like this, if the DJ doesn't come to your show, you're fucked.
You don't have a show.
You don't have a show. Like, so I'm like, I couldn't even think for like 2 minutes. It's just quiet. He's just like, yeah. And he's all like, hey, bro, I'm just kidding.
Dude.
I'm just kidding, dude. I went off on this nigga. I was about to pull up to your crib. I was about to find your ass. Nigga be like, what the? I was going to send the hitters. I was like, fuck that. This nigga's not going to get off on me like that, too. Because I was already stressing. But he ends up just kidding, laughing and shit. And that's when I always knew Touch just fucks around like way too much. You know, that's just what he does. He's cool. I fucking him. We go to the show. To make things worse, he does a little joke on us. Get to the show, and I'm telling you, when we get there, it's like mayhem. We're floundering everywhere.
Yeah. She didn't let us in like when we wanted to go in. She's like, oh no, you gotta wait, even though everything was set up and ready. We're like, fuck, we need to get ready, you know, we need to come inside. We had all our alcohol in bags, you know, we had to sneak it in, duffel bags and shit. She didn't check them, so we were like, all right, cool. We got the alcohol to the back, set up a little station where everybody could drink and shit.
In the backstage, she said she wouldn't go back there, so we were like, if she ain't gonna go back there, then it's free for all.
Because it's a dressing room.
Yeah, to us, it ain't a dressing room. It's just
we got cups, we got the bottles set up right there.
All of it set up. Like,
cool.
We had them all set up everywhere so that they can grab their drinks and whatnot. And then while all that's going on, people are showing up. They're calling us like.
Everyone's calling.
Everybody. They're like,
we got security, we got artists, DJ, and we'd never dealt with all these different pieces
before. It's our second show.
Yeah,
it's our second show.
It was like, fuck, dude, who's gonna do that? Who's gonna do that? We were all like deciding what we were gonna do because we just fucking showed up and we're like, all right, who's gonna handle security? Who's gonna handle media?
You gotta tell them all these people where to go. Security, they've never been to the venue.
Yeah,
and
no one's been there before. They're like, where the fuck we go?
Yeah, I'm telling you, you're not gonna plan all this before showing up.
You don't know
unless you're gonna wait to throw shows once every 6 months, and it's easy. But
that's
if,
the easy
you
route,
wanna,
but you're gonna grow real slow.
You're gonna grow,
shit like that.
People need to know you if you're throwing shows.
You gotta get uncomfortable, bro.
Yeah,
and that's
really
what we
quick.
were, real unfucking comfortable.
We were telling, so we're trying to show security around, and it's a big venue, so. We're trying to show security around. We're constantly calling each other. We're getting calls from artists like, I'm outside. They're
like, how do I get in?
How do I get in? Where do I go backstage? Like this and that. So we're just trying to.
We didn't even know what the fuck we were doing.
Nah, the little city ladies like telling us like.
She just getting mad about nothing, bro. She just comes up like, what's going on? All the fucking time.
Why haven't you guys like have everybody here right now? Like we're like we just got here.
Get the fuck out of my face. She was nervous because she never done like a hip hop show. She thinks some shit's gonna pop off like every 5 seconds.
It took us a while to start the show. Figuring things out. We were still getting people familiar with places.
And then we were waiting for people to get there. It was just like dead because we started too early. People didn't know how to get there and shit. Our lineup wasn't that good. The way that we set it up, thought the first person that showed up is gonna bring people. Bringing absolutely nobody. I think just setting a lineup is kind of important sometimes.
After that, we finally get the show started. It's going. I mean, the first performance, there was like not too many people, but when number 2 went up, number 3 went up, number 4 went up, started to get a little bit, and it was like everything was kind of smoothing down, but we were still stressing because we had people in our ear. The lady who's running the venue for us is in our ear, like, you guys need to finish on time, like this, and like Mayan's at the next performance starting.
Yeah, she's on her ass about all that shit. Like, she shouldn't even be worrying about that.
Security is telling us, like, hey, just so you guys know, people are sneaking backstage, like
switching wristbands, being shady.
Like, we messed up with not having enough wristbands. Artists that had all the luxuries backstage are bringing the whole fan base
through. So the whole party was backstage.
The whole party.
That's where the real event was.
Most people who were there were just backstage.
And then our security comes up and he's like, hey, backstage, you got people spilling drinks everywhere. We bring free Hennessy, like big ass bottles for these people. Man. Just spilling it like all over, like half the bottle spilled out. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And these aren't no little Hennessy bottles.
Dude? Like, we went to Costco. They give these extra big ones.
Industrial side.
People are just dropping it,
spilling it, leaving
everywhere.
Full cups. Like, what the fuck?
I dropped off the Henny in the backstage, and I think 30 minutes later that shit was gone.
And then there was just a bunch of cups filled with it, like nobody was drinking.
There was like, it's all like it's everywhere, all over the tables, all over the floor.
So we're like, fuck, if she comes back here, we're screwed. They can't pour into a cup.
And we have underage kids back there, crazy, fucking drinking, like kids who are like 16. 17. Yeah, it was a fucking circus. I would walk back there and open the door. I'd just be like, let me leave this shit closed right now. Let me make sure this lady isn't stepping back here. I'm like walking up to the front, and I'm walking to go talk to him about something that happened. I see one of the ladies just fly right past me, going straight towards the backstage. Heart just drops, dude. And I remember this dude, he's walking up towards me as this is happening. And then I'm getting ready to tell him something, but when I see this, I just stop, and I just like shook, like I was just shaking, because I was like, holy fuck, we're gonna get fucking sued or some shit. Like he grabs me, but she's all, dude, what's wrong with you? Couldn't even speak. I was just like,
he's like, and he's smiling the whole time, like he was having a great fucking time.
She's going to the backstage.
I don't know.
I run up to the security because he's back there watching her do this. And I'm like, dude, what's wrong with you? I'm like, she's going to and then he tells me, he's all like, dude, relax. She's not going backstage. She just goes to open the elevator for the artist to go up. I was all like, oh my God, that the stress level at this show is through the roof.
Every little thing is like we could get like fucking a ticket or like
it was like walking
everything could go wrong. You know,
you're
plus we didn't even know what we're doing. Like
slipping. If you slip one time, it's over.
So we were mad behind schedule.
Started getting behind.
She was real strict on the time. So every artist, she's coming up bugging us. All on our ass about it.
Yep.
When are they going up? When are they going up? When are they going
Still
up? She's getting more mad, more and more mad.
She's getting more upset. If she's upset, her little staff, because they gave us like 3-4 staff, they're all upset. So they're all bugging us.
And she's working the front because we didn't have enough security.
We had two girls and her.
So people are just blowing by her because she's getting mad at us that they're blowing by her and not paying. She's like, he didn't even pay. What the fuck are you?
So
what are you doing at the front?
Exactly. Radio Bass finally shows up. We told him there was bottles that we owed him.
We owed him a Hennessy bottle.
We owed him a Hennessy bottle.
We told that's part of the deal. That's
part of the agreement. And he shows up and then we forgot.
We forgot all the Henny's gone, bro. We were like, oh shit, they drank all the fucking Henny. Actually, they spilled all that. He comes up and he's like, hey guys. He's like, hey, I heard something about a Hennessy bottle.
In the DMs.
I'm just let you do your thing. I heard something about a Hennessy bottle. And
there ain't no Hennessy bottle. Yeah. But just take care of it.
Yeah. And we're like, oh shit, we just
These
fucked
fools
up.
He has his whole squad. He has a whole squad with him. Brings more people than anybody there. Radio Bass's squad. This is a little old white lady, dude. She's a little fragile. She sees all of Radio Bass's crew. She just starts seeing all these intimidating looking niggas like coming up to the door, and they just start walking in. Security is even too scared.
She's going crazy. Yeah. Nothing was happening. They're just walking in.
They're just walking in. Nothing was happening. They're just walking in. They just need to be they didn't know. They weren't sure. The people who were supposed to tell them, like our security, they were even like, oh, because we got some little shrimp. That was
that dude didn't do anything the whole night.
Didn't help
he just
us.
stood there like looking around.
Yeah, I had I pulled him aside and I was like, bro, you need to pick your fucking shit up like now. Like he's all sweating and like, I'm like you need
standing in one
you
spot.
Do some fucking cocaine
sweat.
Before you can. The dude in the back was handling it. He was helping us out. He was making sure everything.
He was the only one. We had one security.
He was making sure nobody was fucking around.
He was legit.
But we should have had him. I mean, either way, we just didn't have enough. That's why getting good security is crucial. The Henny bottle, we didn't have it. So they come up to me. We need a Henny bottle in like 10 minutes.
I called them up. Hey, can you guys go get a Henny bottle real quick?
Go to the liquor store. I go. We run downstairs because, I mean, it's an agreement. We're running downstairs, like jumping over the car like James Bond and shit, sliding over the hood, like jumping through the window in the passenger. He's like jumping in, starting the car and going. We skid off, dude. I'm like, get there fucking quick. Cause I'm like, dude, this guy's about to go up. He needs to get turned. He wants alcohol. I think the first couple of stores, they didn't even have alcohol. I'm telling him to blow red lights. I'm going ballistic on this motherfucker. I'll pay for your fucking ticket. Just blow this shit, like dodging cars and shit. And then we finally get to the liquor store. A line of like tons of people. The only liquor store that had alcohol started getting heated. I see some lady who starts complaining about like there not being a certain alcohol in stock. I go off on the lady, dude. I'm all like, hey, can you hurry up? Like she turns around like, jeez, let me just get out of here. Like, fuck. They call me. They're like, yo, dude, where are you at?
We were tripping.
They
were like,
did
they go or not?
Yeah, they had the
plus we were drinking at the shit. We were all taking mad shots, so we're fucking drunk. Like, what's going on?
Dressing while drunk. It's not a good thing. As soon as they call me, I walk in the door. They're like, oh my God, dude, I can't believe you're here. I'm like, I got it. I got the Hennessy bottles. Radio Bass is cool. He goes back and does his thing with his whole crew. Smoking starts happening. Like, fuck it, let it go, dude. I go back there.
We're like, what are we going to do?
Yeah, what are we going to do?
You know what I mean? We already got drinks back there. Fuck it.
I go back there, open the door, and I see smoke just come out. I close it immediately. If this shit goes out in the front, lady smells it, we're going to be fucked. I remember I walked in after I closed it, all of Radio Bass's crew, and it's like chiefed up to the max. But thankfully, throughout that whole show, it didn't end up going that way. All the artists are about to be done. We didn't know how to bring together a bunch of artists at that time. We didn't know how to find people to support each other. Because in a show, everybody needs to band together to make that shit dope. It's not just one person. It's not just the owners.
Because then it becomes a lunch line where you just go perform and then the next person goes and then people leave.
You know, a lunch line, right? You know, you go get your lunch and then you just fucking
leave.
Yeah. It's not a restaurant where you go and you sit down with everybody.
Right.
To have a
total different experience.
Yeah, it's a total different experience. So we didn't know.
You have to create that. You have to create it because
you got to create.
No one else is gonna create it.
These people to get. You got to find a structured activity that's gonna band band all these people together. We didn't know how to do that at the time. The venue was like dead empty. Radio bass,
and we're late as fuck.
Yeah,
we're like late. Half an hour late.
We're late. Time. Radio bass comes up to us. He's all like, "Hey man, I got some people who are gonna open up for me."
And we're like,
holy fuck. I tried to push it too. I told some of the artists before, I was like, "Hey dude, can we like push your set time a little bit?" Like, kind of behind. They were just like, "Nah, like I can't do that." It was probably like 15 minutes we had. She said that this has to be done by what, 12?
Yeah.
It was like 11:45, and his openers go up. They're going up for 10 minutes. That leaves radio bass with 5 minutes of performing. They're up there. There's no one in the crowd, but they're still performing, which was cool. They're still performing. They're still doing their shit. We're backstage, dude, and we're trying to clean. I said there's drinks. There's smoking. We need to be done by 12.
Yeah, out of the building.
These dudes are on the stage at 11:45.
We're like, dude, we're just back there cleaning like fuck.
I had the whole squad. I had the girls up front. I had security helping. I had all of our people who we brought helping. We were all three helping. I'm spraying Febreze everywhere because
we're cleaning up tobacco from the blunts and shit.
Tobacco. Somebody was pissing in the fucking showers, so we're like cleaning up piss and shit. You know, we're on my knees cleaning up piss and shit because I was like, damn, this lady's gonna charge us even more.
Yeah, because then you get charged when you do shit like that. You get all these
fees, and these
so
fees
we're like,
will throw you under.
The show already failed. We might as well not get all these damn fees.
Yeah, before we go bankrupt in this bitch. So we're back there hustling, and you can hear them performing in the backstage. That time the performance happened. She goes.
She turns all the lights on. Yeah, lit it up.
Cuts off the audio. Cuts off the speakers, cuts off everything because they have a sound room upstairs. Tells the dude, turn on the lights, cut off all the sound.
End it.
And then they cut off the sound, and I just hear like mad people like,
what the fuck?
We were afraid to come out of the back room.
That was a moment I'll never forget, dude.
When we were back there, all those voices say like, oh, like fuck that, like fuck. Like, we were like,
that was the worst shit.
We all looked at each other. We all looked at each other with like, and I couldn't even hear.
Fuck.
This is embarrassing. Like, it was dead quiet. Man, it was dead quiet for like 3 minutes, and then we were just like, kept cleaning.
Didn't even talk. We were just clean.
They all come back and they see us cleaning, and then
radio bass never performed.
Radio bass never performed. He didn't even
still
go
had to pay him.
We still paid him though. We still paid him.
Don't ever fucking jip an artist.
Yeah,
bro.
don't ever. Matter of fact, don't ever jip any of your staff. Yeah, like
anybody. Yeah, just
all these
keep
people
that shit
who
at
showed
100,
up,
bro. Like
100.
Stay real with everybody, and
for real,
people will fuck with you for a long time.
No matter how many times you lose, we still paid everybody. We still paid everybody, and we didn't even get what we needed out of it to get it back. We just paid everybody. Like they just basically pulled up and got paid.
Yeah, that's
basically how it was. Turns out, we finally finished cleaning. We finished actually pretty good. We got everything clean. I don't know how I got the smoke out. When we got the smoke out, she went back.
Didn't even smell.
And then we put all of the cans and bottles. We had everything. We put them back in the duffel bags because we couldn't leave cups of alcohol in the trash can. Yeah. They emptied the trash can. They would have seen that. So we put all of our trash in our bags, and then we walked out with like bags full of trash. They were all just sitting down as we walked out the back room, and the venue was empty. They were all pissed off at us. Like we went over the time. They're acting like they're tired as hell. You don't want to do shows anywhere where it involves the city. It's very hard unless you maybe if you just know really what you're doing. Artists are like coming on time for you. Things are like really, really organized. You do it, but it's hard.
City building's not one to start with.
And then there's
maybe
no alcohol.
After you've done it for a while.
There's no alcohol. If you do an all ages one, yeah. But if you want to do alcohol, that ain't happening. You got to go to somebody who's independent. And it's crazy. The next day, there were some artists who like really enjoyed it. It was like actually pretty cool. And there were some people who just didn't. I mean, it is what it is.
I think someone drove by and they were like, "Your show fucking sucks."
Oh, we were outside and somebody even said like, "Yeah, your shows fucking suck." You know, like TDH fucking sucks. Like people yelling that shit as they drive by. Another thing, you're throwing shows, you gotta have some durability, dude. Like you gotta be durable. There's gonna be like this shit it's gonna make you feel like shit sometimes. Like you're not gonna feel very good.
Yeah, like it's not just like you show up and fucking party. Everyone thinks you just show up and party, dude. Like it's so fucking opposite. You're on the business side of partying. We create that party for you, but our shit is not like that.
But it was a huge flop. And after half the media didn't even have the content. The guys who came and did interviews, the data got corrupted, so we didn't have no content. And
crazy shit.
Some dudes who were doing pictures, we only got probably
maybe
five.
5 pictures. It took a month to get 5 pictures.
And
we paid these people to do these things that people. One of them refunded us.
A couple guys.
The interview guys refunded us. In this whole thing, just stick to your word and you'll get a lot further.
And after, man, after we had lost lots of money, we were probably down. We couldn't even throw a show. We didn't throw a show for 4 months after that.
Yeah.
We stopped for a little bit because we were so behind.
We didn't have any money.
We were
lost.
just broke.
So we had to save up a show.
Save up a new bankroll and start from scratch just to get back to where we were at and start throwing shows again. If you guys don't know, when we first started Too Damn Hype, it was clothes. It wasn't even shows. So we just did clothes for a little bit.
For the artists that are trying to do shows all the time, I would highly recommend you don't. It's like the drug dealer doing his own dope. It doesn't make sense. It's doing a whole complete other thing. You don't have time for it. I promise you don't have time to succeed in that. To be honest, just pick one or the other because you don't have enough time. We barely have enough time. There's 3 of us. I understand. Yeah, I understand that you want to have your own platform and you rather do it yourself because you think it's easier, but you'll see, you do a few, it's stressful. It's not easy to keep doing it, But you could try. Maybe you'll like that better. I don't know.
And that's how that shit was completely went to shit. We took a big L. And from that point on, we made sure from our biggest loss on our second show that would never happen again. We were never going to do a bad deal where we were risking so much, for people who we haven't even worked with before.
Right, that's the worst.
You gotta have a team around you of not just people who are throwing the show, the organizers, but even the artists. You gotta make sure everybody is helping each other.
Yeah, don't ever risk your shit based on someone else's promises. Always underachieve.
Everybody has a lot of promises they tell.
Everyone can talk.
They can say, "Oh, I can do this. I'm gonna do this. I can do this." That way, you can go.
Always get some proof.
1,000 people there.
Always get proof and then reward proof. You know what I mean? Reward hard work, not words.
We try to make it fun. We try to make it dope, but making a fun event comes at a hefty price. Making an event the way you want, it comes at a very hefty price. It's not
so much more than you think.
It's so much. There's
more than we thought.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, and every single venue that we do differently, they're all different. They all run things differently.
Every event is its own thing. You can't just be like, all right, what we did there, let's do it here.
Yeah,
it's always
you can't
different.
Do the same thing everywhere. It's just every venue is different. They all have different mindsets.
Yeah, it's like saying one battle is gonna be the same as another battle. It's completely different. It's totally different. It's like one game is gonna be the same as another game.
Hey, man. And that is how we had our show Shut the Fuck Down. And it was the biggest L. If you watch it all the way to the end, we appreciate it. We're going to start telling more stories like this, things we've done, maybe booking certain artists or maybe doing certain things with venues, maybe certain little ventures that we did. Tune in for more shit. Follow the brand, follow the movement. Shout out to the events. Come through, pull up. We're going to post more videos soon.
Yep. See you next time.